And there we are then. That was John Duncanson on the open-top bus carrying the team through the city centre of Aberdeen. In fact, we've got more pictures coming up shortly from that memorable trip. We're back live for the time being inside the ground. But for the time being, let's go back to the open-top bus. Running into Union Street at the top of Holborn Junction, thousands and thousands of mums and dads and boys and girls have come along to cheer the Aberdeen Heroes, the league champions 1979-80, and of course just their second league title in their 77-year history, the last one being 25 years ago. As you can see, as well as the players and one or two officials, the bus was packed with photographers, cameramen, reporters, so there's not too much room for our ENG unit to work in. But as you can see, there we are. It's a nice atmosphere. And there's Pat Stanton in the front. He's leaving the club as assistant manager. Joe Harper next to him. Bobby Clark in the foreground there. And the man with the camera is Drew Jarvie. He's had a marvellous career since joining Aberdeen for £72,000 from Airdrie. And players waving to the public who are literally hanging out of shop windows and houses, standing in doorways and lining the streets, as you can see. It's a nice shot down Union Street as the bus takes its time, just giving the public a chance to see the Dons. At this stage then, we'll take a short break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with more action from inside Pittodrie Stadium.
That's a pretty piece, dear.
It's Verdi's drinking song, dear.
Uh-huh, and you want your Ember cream, don't you?
Frankly, I thought you'd never ask.
So sorry, dear. Patience is a virtue, as well as an opera. Yes.
Delicious Ember cream, dear. Such a pleasure after wrestling with Verdi for hours.
Who won?
Ember Cream Cypress Sherry, by appointment to the upper bracket. The new technology. William Wilson's new age in home improvements. The shape of homes to come. Today. Kitchens and bathrooms for tomorrow. From William Wilson. Today.
When your day's work is done, at your local it's just beginning. So that at the end of the day, you can enjoy a really special pint of beer. That's when people everywhere find the strong, distinctive taste of Bass Special makes a pint worth holding on to.
See and demonstrate the Saab 900 at your Grampian Region agents, Stanley Street Motors, Aberdeen.
Mr. Kipling does make exceedingly good cakes.
Hello, and welcome back to Pittodrie Stadium. We're live here with the coverage, and as you can see, the Aberdeen players are coming along the corridor. They're just about ready to take their bows in front of a packed audience here at Pittodrie. Almost 20,000 fans, and really the stadium is bulging at the seams. There's Bobby Clark, club secretary Ian Taggart in the foreground. The players preparing to line up to take their individual bows before skipper Willie Miller will go up into the director's box to officially be presented with the Premier League Championship trophy. And the man making the presentation will be Mr. Tom Laughlin, the president of the Scottish Football League. But outside, well, the people are happy, they're patient, they're enjoying every minute of it. Some of the kids hanging over the entrance to the tunnel, waiting to pat their heroes on the back. And of course, when the Dons last won the league championship in 1954-55, they clinched the title in the third last game of the season. That was with a 1-0 win against Clyde at Shawfield. And incidentally, Archie Glenn, who is now the managing director of a paint manufacturing company in Aberdeen, scored the only goal of that game. That was from the penalty spot, and it saw the Dons take their first ever league championship. Amazingly enough, though, when we look at today's gathering and the crowds who have gathered in the streets and here at Pittodrie, I can tell you that only a handful of people turned up at Aberdeen railway station in 1955 to welcome the team home from Glasgow a few hours after that victory at Shawfield. And there's skipper Willie Miller, Stuart Kennedy in the background, and Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark having completed 15 years as a Dons player. And of course, lots of speculation about his immediate future. Will he continue playing, or will he, as some people predict, become the assistant manager at Pittodrie Stadium? Stuart Kennedy, Scottish international fullback, he's on the left there. And they're just preparing themselves for their introductions. Aberdeen Football Club, founded in 1903, and this is undoubtedly one of their finest hours. And I suppose that some of the players are every bit as nervous now as they were in some of their big games and in the league championship campaign of this season. And that picture really epitomises the kind of mood there is here at Pittodrie. It's very happy. Everybody having lots of fun. I suppose the sunny weather has had a lot to do with that. Well, the Dons were runners-up in the Premier League 2 seasons ago. And of course, besides winning the old Division 1 title in 1954-55, they were runners-up there 5 times. Now for the introductions. There he is, the club captain, Willie Miller, Scottish international defender. And look at that. That's what the fans think of Willie Miller, and they think of their heroes as they come out. A marvellous sea of red and white scarves, banners, posters, and there's Willie Miller making